Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome back to Raft. Picking up where we left off last time, as always, we have just finished Varuna Point, and we got all of the blueprints here, so we can now make the Wind Turbine, Electric Grill, Advanced Headlight, and Advanced Battery. So let's go ahead and learn those blueprints now. And then in this section, we're going to want to craft all that, which is going to involve making some higher floors to put the wind turbine on. And we also got the code for Temperance, which is code number 9000. So let's set this to 9000. And that's going to show us where Temperance is. So that is the next story island. We will want to head there eventually to get some more blueprints. But in the meantime, we want to sail away and start collecting items in our catch nets as we work on the raft. So let's lift up the anchor and let's turn the wheel. So for now, I'm just going to sail with the tide to gather items. So let's straighten out here. Looks like, according to this streamer, we are going exactly with the tide. We have our sail down, which should be perfectly parallel to the front of the raft to push us forward. Now, I could turn the engines on to speed up how quickly I'm traveling, and at this point, I have a decent supply of biofuel, so there's really no reason not to. What is this seagull doing? Okay, that's a new one. Okay. Free food and feathers. Sure, why not? But I'm still trying to just save the biofuel for now. We're going to get an advanced biofuel set up pretty soon, and then we will be able to make even more biofuel and store even more in the tanks, at which point I'll feel more comfortable just running the engines to get around. But as it goes, we don't want to go too quickly anyway, because we just kind of want to drift and collect items as we work on the raft. We don't want to get to the story island too quickly and then not be ready to do it. I do, however, want to get to some trading post islands because I need more titanium to make all the advanced batteries and stuff. So, you know what I think I'm actually going to do is go to that trading post island there. Now, I'm not sure, but that might be one that I've already done before, but we won't know until we go there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn about 90 degrees here. We can look at our streamer and straighten out. Now here, because I'm not going exactly with the tide, I guess I got to turn just a little bit more. I don't like to have to turn too frequently because every time you do, the items respawn on the horizon, and then it takes a little while for them to get to you. So like all those items that I just spawned in when I first changed direction, I'm not going to be able to get. So don't like to change direction too much, like to be efficient with how we're going and getting items. But we are heading straight towards this green dot, which should be a trading post island. So I will actually go ahead and turn my engines on. And that's going to propel me forward at a higher rate of speed as we leave Varuna Point here. And hopefully we can come upon that trading post island fairly quickly. What the heck is going on with the seagulls today? That was weird. It's like he tried to land and then immediately flew away. Now, it looks like these batteries are about dead. This one's totally dead in the back here, so the grass was not getting watered, which means the llamas were not getting fed, which means they were not making wool. So let me go ahead and replace the batteries here. That way, all of these llamas can grow wool. And then we can trade the wool in, essentially, for trading cubes by compacting it in the trash compactor. Trash cubes, they're called, not trading cubes. I always say it the wrong way, but we get these trash cubes, which we can trade at the trading post. So just going to put a little bit of wool in there to get one more set of cubes. Put our shears away. Grab these eggs so that we can make more biofuel later. Just stockpiling all of these eggs as such. Now, we're heading forward towards the island. We're getting pretty close. Looks like there's actually quite a few trading post islands here. And I think the main thing that I need is titanium, so let's see exactly what we need. The advanced battery, yeah, it takes 4 titanium ingots, plus 2 scrap, plus 2 copper ingots. So I'm going to want to make at least 1 advanced battery for each system, and then eventually I'll want to make a second set so that I can have 1 set charging and 1 set in place, so that at all times I have battery power for all of my devices. But it's going to take a while to get that much titanium, so we want to go to the Trading Post Islands and trade for titanium is kind of the main thing. Additionally, we're going to want to make this wind turbine to charge our batteries. Just going to take more titanium ingots plus circuit boards, and then we also want the electric grill, which again takes more titanium. And the last thing was the advanced headlamp, which I don't really need right now. I may come upon some story islands that are going to be shrouded in darkness, at which point I may need that, but for now we don't have a lot of uses for it, so I'm not going to waste the resources making one. So let's just stay on top of our eggs here. As we come up to this first Trading Post Island, getting real close. Should be able to see it soon. Yep, there it is. Now, this might be the one that I came from before I went to Varuna Point. I'm not sure, but we'll go up and check anyway. Let's go ahead and top up our hunger and thirst. Let's store the cooked food, and let's cook some more food. Now, I want to save these drumsticks along with the meat and the cave mushrooms to make barbecue, which is one of the best food items that you can make. Unfortunately, the last thing I need for that is mackerels, which I'm going to have to manually fish for because I don't have very many at the moment. So let's get a little bit closer before we drop our anchor. And as we approach here, gonna get ready. I think this is the island we just came from, to be honest with you. It has the same layout. Moving very quickly here, so let's turn off the engines. The sail will push us a little bit further, and then we'll drop our anchor. Now I'm just gonna quickly go and check if I can actually do trades here. I'm gonna need to stop and fish for a while for more trade coins as well, but I think I have enough for now. So we'll loot these catch nets on the way out, but let's head in. Hope that the shark is not right behind us as we approach the shore here. Alright, let's take a look around. Now there's a bear. I would like to get the meat from the bear to make more barbecue. So we'll just use our bow. We do kind of want to save the durability on the bow for other for other enemies that can only be killed with ranged attacks, but it does do more damage than the spear, so I'm gonna just shoot him and finish him off with the spear. Now, there's probably plenty of trees that I could be cutting down here as well, but I don't really need the planks. I know long term I'm going to need like a ton of planks for building projects, but pretty soon we're not going to need them for fuel anymore for most things, so that's going to cut down on how many we need by a lot. So I'm not going to waste the time gathering those. So, okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, just had to deal with him real quick. He didn't want us to trade, so we had to get rid of him. Now, let me see. Yeah, this is the trading post island that I came from initially, like before I went to Varuna Point. So that's why all these trades are out of stock. However, last time I was here, I did not do all the titanium trades, it seems like, so I can go ahead and just do all 5 trades. That gives me 15 extra titanium ore, which should be enough to get almost all the stuff that I wanted to make. And I remember, too, the last time that I was here, I did the metal detector, and I found the catch, the metal detector catch. Not sure if that respawns when you leave and come back, like the bees did. The bears respawn too. Like, a lot of things respawn if you get far enough away and come back. Like, oh, there's a llama now too. But I'm not really going to bother checking, because I'd have to go all the way back to the raft, then come all the way back out here. So, what did I do? I think I ran to the wrong side of the island. So I'm just going to take the titanium and leave. I'll go to another trading post island for some more titanium. And I may stop off and do some extra stuff there. I do also need some more scrap. So I think last time we were here, we cleared out the scrap. Again, I'm not sure if that respawns if you leave and come back, but since we're going to have to go to another trading post island anyway, I might as well just head on out and check at the next trading post island for scrap and all that other stuff that we need. So back on the raft here, gonna quickly empty these out. I'm like running out of space actually for all these planks and plastic, but they will all get used eventually for something or other. So glad I made this whole row on this side. I think I've caught like 4 items in total on that entire side, but it is nice to have it there in case we ever sail in a different direction, or if we move diagonally, then they will collect a lot more items. So they're good to have, they just haven't been useful yet. Alright, so I want to start heading to these other trading post islands. The thing is, I think this is the direction I came from, so I'm probably just going to head into islands that I've already been to before. But again, I'm not sure until I get there. And these are the closest islands, so I might as well just start making my way to them. So we'll lift up the anchor, which means we're going to get stuck on the shore here probably. But let's see if we can quickly rotate this way. If we cut the engines on, that should help. Hopefully not get stuck on that corner there. Nice. Looks like we just missed the edge. And we'll sail out a little bit this way, and then we'll cut it back to the next trading post island. So let me just go out straight here. And then need to get a little bit further out, so I'm just going to go ahead and get some of this titanium cooking, because that is going to take a while to cook, and we're going to need all those ingots for our projects here. Okay, now we're like heading straight towards Varuna, and you know what I think I'm going to do? I have been to a lot of trading post islands. I think that's the direction I came from when I was heading towards Varuna Point, so I think I've already been to all these. I could be wrong, but why don't I just actually head towards Varuna Point? We're going with the tide again, more or less. Oops. So we'll line ourselves up straight here. Just realized my mic was muted. I don't know how much was missing from that. But we're going to line ourselves here with Varuna Point. Or, sorry. God. Temperance. I probably said Varuna Point like 10 times, huh? Meant to say Temperance. That's the next story island. So we're going to line ourselves up with that. We'll cut our engines off. We'll just let the tide push us. We're going more or less with the tide. And then hopefully a green dot pops up here somewhere between now and when we get there, which means we can stop off and do the trades that we were talking about. In the meantime, I can work on these other projects. So llamas are, well, just that one that was off cycle. It's ready to be shorn. And then I just want to keep the titanium cooking, which is going to take a while. Gonna need to refill that with planks. That probably needs planks as well. Stay on top of our food and hunger. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stash this stuff real quick, but I'm gonna need some more trade coins. I have enough for a few more trades of titanium, but I'm going to need a lot more if I want to do more titanium trades in the long run. So I have 40 of this bait here, which catches you the rare fish that you need to trade for trade coins. So I'm just going to do a little bit of fishing as we drift and cook the metal here. So it's going to be kind of boring. Nothing exciting happening, but is kind of relaxing, just to get a little fishing in. So let's stash everything that we can. These chests are probably going to want to get reorganized at some point too. But for now, that's good. So we can head over to the water, select our rare bait, and just do a little fishing. So probably just going to be quiet for a minute or two here while we fish. Feel free to skip ahead until there's actually some stuff going on. Or if you just want some chill background ambiance, then this would be good for that. So we'll check it in a couple minutes here. Alrighty, so those 10 fish that we just caught will net us 20 trade coins, which is a good start. So I'm going to go ahead and empty these out as we approach this small island. I think I'm just going to stop off here and do a quick little harvest for scrap, because that's the one thing that I don't really get from these catch nets very much and that I need quite a lot of. So fortunately the sun is setting, so it's about to be pitch black, which is the worst time to go fishing, or reefing, I guess you'd call it. Going underwater and exploring the reefs, just because it's so hard to see without sunlight. But we'll probably just sleep and then do a quick little reef visit. So let me just stash everything that I just picked up from the catch nets. Then we will head up here. Stash our fish to trade when we actually get to a trading post island, along with the fishing rod. Now I'm gonna go a little wide of this island. Still no new trading post island that popped up. It's a little surprising. Hopefully one appears soon though. I'm gonna grab these eggs, because there are a lot of them in here now. Oh, did one of them despawn? Maybe I'm seeing things. And then we'll do a quick shear as we again approach this island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, go ahead and just throw the wool straight in. Get a couple more cubes out of that. And then what I'm going to do, because I think we're going to overshoot this island a little bit, I'm just going to cut the engines on and just go straight to the island, and then we'll readjust course after. So going to miss out on some of those items there, but that's okay. We do have a lot of those items as it is, so engines are going just fine. Seems like it is taking a good little bit of biofuel, if you could see all the way back there. That one's now empty, and this one's draining. So I don't want to leave the engines on too long until I get more biofuel. This is probably about close enough. I might have to deal with the shark to do this, but we'll drop our anchor here. Now, I'm going to want a full day's worth of sunlight, so we're going to sleep. And that's going to drop our hunger and thirst a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and fill all that up. And I do think I also saw, yeah, the battery in there is dead. That is in the advanced water purifier. So I'm going to go ahead and get a fresh battery to put in there. We'll charge the old one. And then while I'm back here, and we're kind of waiting for the sun to come all the way up, I will refill these with biofuel. I guess that's good enough. I'm not sure if I put another one in. It looks like it may overcap. I'm not sure exactly how much each tank holds as far as number of biofuel, so I will want to check. At some point when I get the advanced biofuel refiner, I could hook it straight up to the tanks, and it'll just, as it produces, fill the tanks, which will be fine, but for now, we're going to leave it like that. And drop off our battery, get our last 4 titanium cooking as the sun rises. Whoops. Let's make sure we have enough planks, because it takes a lot of planks to cook a titanium. And then we're going to go just quickly look for scrap and anything else useful on this island. So again, we're hoping that the shark isn't going to bother us. Yeah, because it looks like the reef is here, right under the raft. All right, so the shark is far enough away on the far side of the raft to where he's not going to bother us right now. So I'm going to grab metal as I see it, because I will need more. Also going to start stockpiling seaweed so that I could just make a ton of flippers and oxygen bottles, which will speed up any further reef exploration that we do. Okay, shark did come over now, so I'm going to grab this scrap real quick, and I'll grab this metal. If he wants to bite me one more time, that's okay. Oh boy. Yep. We're going to hop out of the water and hope that he returns to the raft and leaves us alone as I gather some stuff from up here. So we'll definitely do the fruit trees and the fruit that's on the ground. That's going to be to make more biofuel later. We can get some coconuts from this tree, I think. Maybe not. But we got some other fruits, which is good. Are these not coconut trees? I don't really need the planks, and I certainly don't need the palm leaves. Okay. Well, I think that's just about everything up here. So let's look on the back side of the island for a reef and get anything that's over here. Oh yeah, nice little reef back here. Again, should be far enough away from the shark to where he doesn't bother us. So we can gather all this safely. And then we'll check out that front reef again. We'll hope that the shark has gone to the far side of the raft and isn't going to bother us as we do it. And if he is, then we can just use the bow to take him out, grab some shark steaks, which would be good to have as a food source. And it'll also buy us, I believe, 3.5 minutes until he respawns. I'm going to grab this sand, too, as I slowly drown to death here. Just to cook more glass later for more honey, for more biofuel. Something I'm going to need a lot of. A metric you-know-what load in order to power the raft to move around much quicker for the end game here that we are approaching. And it looks like just about everything back here. I'm going to grab some copper. I've been like entirely avoiding copper because I didn't really need a lot, but to make all these advanced batteries is going to take quite a bit. I might as well grab a little bit of clay too, because we need clay to make clay bowls to make our barbecue. We also need glass to make drinking glass to make our mango nana juice, which is one of the best juices for topping our thirst up beyond the maximum for when we go on big, long expeditions. And it looks like that may actually be about it. I think there's just these 2 small reefs. But we did get a little bit of scrap, get some sand and clay, which is useful. Pretty much the only way to get it here in the reefs, so worth stopping off at. Looks like a little more scrap that we missed. And we got some seaweed too. So there we go. There's one more scrap. A couple more clay. And I think that's good. There's a couple sands here I'll just grab because I'm right here. There we go. Alright, and I'll head back to the raft and sail away again, hoping a trading post island spawns. Empty out these. There we go. And we'll stash all that stuff in just a second. First, let's get back out on the open water here. So, raise our anchor. Oops. God, fall off and get stuck under the stairs. Scare away the seagull that we needed. And let's see what else we can fail miserably. Sail away here. So, again, kind of heading towards Temperance. If we don't finish everything that we want to finish by the time we get there, then we'll just leave and come back. But for now, we can sail pretty much straight at it and hope we get a story island along the way. So again, we'll just let the wind push us. We'll store this. I got a bunch of stuff I can get rid of here. Actually, you know what? I guess I can save those seeds. I think I have room for them in here. That's like my seed chest. Fruit goes in there. Do a quick little item loop here. Not sure that these shears are actually going to make it through all 6. Looks like they just will. 6, perfect. Let's get the wool going in here. A couple more trash cubes. Just keep stockpiling those cubes. And then I will want to do a little more fishing for trade coins as well. Let's keep all of this stuff cooking. So we have a nice supply of food. Speaking of which, we'll go ahead and eat and top up our thirst. That's all good. Stash the rest of the stuff here. Can load this up with planks. Take our ingots. And I guess cook some more metal. Seeing as we're now out of titanium. And hope we have room in this chest. Oh gosh. I guess I'll move the leather out. Leather really belongs somewhere else. Maybe just in here for now. I'm having a hard time finding a home for it. I will need to make more chests and organize these chests at some point, but I think this was, oh my gosh, I have too many planks. 2 entire chests full and nowhere else to put the rest, so I'll just put them in there for now. Man, that chest is full too. I guess I don't... Oh, I put my bait in there, that's why. Alright, well that takes care of that. Still no trading post island popping up. A little surprising. I guess I don't need to fish just yet. So why don't we go ahead and make some batteries here to start. Alright, so we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 for here, 2 for there, that's 4. 1 for here, 1 for here is 6. Plus 1 for the electric grill is 7. And we'll need more later, but see if we can make 7 to start. So we do have a good amount of titanium, but we're going to need a lot of it. So we need also copper ingots and scrap. So again, that's why I wanted to grab some more copper. I'm going to need to smelt a lot more actually, but we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to start. That is a lot of batteries. So these last 3.5 times as long as the regular batteries, which is awesome. So a little floating raft there I could run over to and grab some items from, but I think I'm just going to let it go. Still no trading post islands popping up. I'm a little confused as to why. Maybe I need to get farther away from the old ones down there before new ones will spawn in, but we'll see what happens. So we have our batteries, which is awesome. But let's see about an electric grill is here. Okay, so we need a lot of metal for that. We need scrap and planks. So we'll take our scrap, we'll take our planks, and then boom, making an electric grill. Now we'll need a home for the electric grill. So I guess it'll just go here. It's not as big as I thought it was. Put it next to the old grill. Grab the shark out. I guess that's fine. Put the battery on it. Now what we can do here, I believe this cooks twice as many. So we can cook a lot more food at once, plus it doesn't take planks, which is awesome. So I can save the planks for other building projects. So we'll cook that shark steak so we have a nice supply of food built up here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and throw the advanced batteries into every system that uses them. Oops, seagull that I wanted, that flew away. 2 more batteries for the sprinklers. There we go. Okay, so those are going to last for a very long time. And again, I won't want to make a second set of 7 or more if I end up making more things that use the batteries. And then, let me get the seagull. Whoa, oh my gosh. A lot of weird glitch seagulls today. That's weird. Oh my god, where's he going? Alright, there we go. Lost my train of thought. But, yeah, we will want to make more batteries so that I'll have 2 sets, so that when one dies, I can go charge it and immediately replace it with a fresh one. In the meantime, I'm just going to store these batteries here. They could be charged here, but that would take biofuel. Whereas if I make the turbine, the wind turbine, then I can charge them for free. Still no trading post islands. Kind of surprising. So I think we're going to end up going all the way past Temperance here to find a trading post island, and then we'll come back to it after. But looks like we need more shears, so let's see what we need for that. I go through a lot of shears, keeping up on making the trash cubes. Let's make 4 this time, since we have a pretty good stockpile of metal now. Shear these guys real quick. 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you go. Gosh. Tried to make it this way to make it easier, but I think it makes it harder sometimes. Store all that. Go ahead and just throw the wool in here. Grab our new cubes. Got a pretty good supply of cubes building up, but we do still need the coins. So, gonna do a little fishing here. Yeah, again, we're coming up to Temperance. Once we get a little closer, we'll turn the engines on to go around it. Oh, it looks like that's it right there. Is that, you see that? I think it's like a big ice sheet. So I'm actually going to need to go around it now. So let's turn our engines on. Let's make sure we don't get stuck on the island here. And let's go all the way around. And just go way past it. Look for more trading post islands. And then we'll come back here once we have everything done that we want to do. So probably, oh my gosh. So again, we're sailing right at the story island. So we're going to have to go way around. Let's line ourselves up this way, I guess. If we could just go diagonally and then just keep going. Maybe that's easier. I was going to try to sail like around it and then just keep going in the same direction that we initially were. To keep going in a straight line with the tide. But it's going to take so long to go all the way around, so let's just go diagonally past it, and then we'll see about changing direction a little later. Still no trading post islands, quite surprising. Looks like I actually need an extra battery for here, too. I forgot about that one. That one's going to last a very long time. I think since I started, that's like one of the first things that got made, was that receiver and antenna setup. And I think I've only replaced the battery on it once. It doesn't stay on very long, so I think one advanced battery in there should honestly last me like forever. So let's see about making one more. And that one can just go right in here. And that should last for a very, very long time. I'll store the old battery in there. You can see it's snowing because we are at Varuna. Why do I keep calling it that? This is Temperance, which is a snow biome with lots of really cool stuff to do. This is going to be a big journey to clear out this whole story island, so that's why I'm kind of saving it for later. I want to get all this other stuff done first, and then we're going to be here for quite a while. We'll also unlock, I believe, snow biomes to spawn as like the little islands, like the little tropical islands and little like, redwood forest islands that we find and all that, and the desert ones. I believe you will randomly get different biomes of islands after you've unlocked each subsequent story island. I'm going to empty our catch nets there. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do with all this stuff. I have no room for any of this. This is getting crazy. Collecting too many items. Did not think that would be an issue, but I'm going to actually smelt a little more copper here, because I will need more copper to make these new items. All the batteries take copper, and the turbine and all that kind of stuff, so let's see here. Looks like we're almost about past Temperance. Still no story island, or sorry, trading post island, but yeah, I'm gonna need to go a little farther out to get past that point, and then I'll change direction. Let's see. I guess it does drain the biofuel pretty quickly. I mean, that one was almost full. Now it's almost at half. What is that over there? You see in the corner? Oh, there's another little island over there. It looks almost like an ice island. What is it? It does have a tree on it, though. But we're going to just bypass that anyway. You just barely see it in the top left corner of the screen. If you look straight at it, you don't see it, but the FOV is a little larger. The render distance is a little larger at the edge of your field of vision, so you can see it there. But, alright. Okay, there we go. There's Trading Post Islands. I believe new Trading Post Islands, right? Because we came from, like, over here, I think. So, let's turn. I guess this one's a little closer, and then maybe we can go to that next one after. So we want to turn towards it, which is like this way. Maybe about there or so. A little more. Like that. Probably good. Cut the engines off, and we'll just let the wind push us to that Trading Post Island. We overshot it a little bit, but we can course correct when we get closer. And then, since we're coming up to a Trading Post Island, I might as well burn through a little bit more of this bait. The animals seem fine. Looks like they're ready for another shear, so let's just do that real quick. That way we can get more trash cubes going. There's a few more trades I could do at the trading post for like unique items that I haven't done yet, and they're all stuff that isn't like particularly useful or necessary right now, but I do want to get all of them just to have all of the unique items, so I do want to just stack up trash cubes and trading coins, so just stock up on those so I have enough to actually do those trades. So as we're drifting here, it's going to take us a little bit to get there. I'm just going to, I guess, first empty out the catch nets real quick so that I don't have to worry about emptying them for a while. And then we're just going to do a little fishing again. So another couple minutes of silence as we just grind some fish. Feel free to skip ahead. I could, of course, edit it all out, but I just like having a full recording of everything that gets done, so you don't think I'm doing anything funky, cheating to get any fish or anything. Also, it would be a lot to go through these long recordings and decide what does and doesn't stay, so Instead, the power lies with you. You can decide what you do and don't want to see. And if you don't want to see me fish for a couple minutes here, then go ahead and skip ahead. But I'm just going to do some fishing, maybe burn through another 10 baits here. I did want to stock up my thirst and hunger because it's about empty. What is that? Cooked shark. We'll just take 2. Should be enough for now. Refill that. Alright, so here we go. A little bit of fishing here. Okay, so that's 10 more baits used. It's going to get us another 20 trading coins, which is good. Now I could talk through all that and just kind of explain other stuff and whatever. I just don't know if people want to hear me rambling for 2 minutes straight. I mean, that's what I'm doing anyway, but rambling for an hour and a half straight in every recording. But at least I'm doing other things while I'm talking, usually. So hopefully you don't mind too much. You can have the option to have some peaceful fishing sounds going if you're into that, and you can just skip ahead if not. But anyway, that's that. That should be enough for now. I may need a few more. I do have more bait if I end up needing to do more, but I think that's good for now. Now, something I've noticed, though, looks like the items stop spawning. That does seem to happen sometimes. It's kind of a glitch, I think. I don't know what causes it exactly, but oftentimes just changing direction can reforce the item stream to respawn, so hopefully that did it. And that also lines us up... Oh, I was going to say it lines us up a little better with the island. Looks like it actually didn't. Are we getting further away from it? We're like... We are. We're getting further away from it. Oh. Because the tide is pushing us backwards. Oh my god, we've been getting pushed backwards this whole time. That's why we're not going anywhere. My gosh. So... Alright. I'm going to turn the engines on so that we're actually moving forward. And then I'm going to change direction. That's so stupid of me. I thought this thing... I could have sworn this thing was pushing forward. But let's see if we line up with... Whoa, we're still spinning a little bit. Maybe that's what happened. See, it's like I could have sworn this thing was straight, but we're turning. Are we stuck on something? What the hell's going on? Why are we spinning here? Oh. Because this is the middle, and I've been using this as the middle. My god, I am stupid today. Oh my gosh. So we were just spinning in a circle until we were going backwards against the tide like that whole time. So let's spin quickly. Let's line the actual middle up, this white one, with where we want to go. We need to go a little more, which again, don't love constantly changing direction like this because it can mess with the item spawns. So let's just line up. There we go. Now I can turn the engines off. Now as long as this thing is actually pointing straight now and I'm not spinning in a circle, we're not going with the tide, but we're not going directly against it, so that the sail should... Yeah, now we're getting pushed closer to it at a pretty good rate. You can see the distance going down there as we go. Alright, so now we can actually be heading in the right direction to what we want to do. And we'll do a quick little item loop here. Get our wool. Put the wool in the compactors again. Stash our trash cubes. Stash our shears. There's probably a bunch of eggs in here. I haven't looted them in a while. Sounds like some choppy seas all of a sudden. Get our eggs. A little hard to see in the grass. Make sure we get them all. Goats are ready as well, but we do have a good amount of milk stashed up, so I guess we're good. And yeah, we're approaching fairly quickly here, so... Alright, so what else do we need to do? I know we need to build this large structure to put the wind turbine on. I just know it's going to take a while, so I've kind of been putting it off, but... Gonna empty out our biofuel there, stash our biofuel, fill these up so that they're making more biofuel as we're working on things around the raft. And then stash this stuff away. Go ahead and refill this tank, and I guess just that tank. Now, I have so much honeycomb, I haven't really been harvesting this, but I will need a lot more honey eventually. So why don't I take that, I'm just going to turn all that, whatever, just random amount there, into honey to make biofuel later. Burn through some of our glass. Burn through all of our glass, actually, with the amount that I took. Leave us with 1 glass, but we can go ahead and cook some of this sand. And now this should be enough honey to last for a very long time, I think. If we get 1 biofuel per honey, essentially, I mean, that's... Well, I guess we want more in the long run, but for now that's fine, and that frees up inventory space to start stashing... harvesting and stashing the actual honeycomb. And I did want to do a little cooking here, just so that I have all the food ready. Now the sand should cook fairly quickly, so I'll want to keep replenishing that as we come up on this trading post island. So stay on top of that. And then what I'm going to do in the juicer here, I'm going to get a few... I guess we'll just do 1 to start. A few of our mango nana juices ready. At some point I'll want to actually get cooking as well with the cooking station to make some more barbecue so that, you know, stuff's just cooking as we're doing other stuff, and then we can stash it and then have a good stockpile so that when we get to the point where we need it, we don't have to, like, stop what we're doing to wait for it to cook. So it's going to be 1 milk, 2 bananas, and a mango right there to make the mango nana. And then we do the cooker, and that does its thing, and then we'll take it out with the glass jar when it's done. That is not the island. That is a small island that we're going to run straight into. So I think I will stop off here just to grab some scrap. Just a quick little trip. Let's make sure we're on top of our hunger here. Eat this. We'll get a little bit closer, and then we'll change direction, make sure we don't collide with the island. I do also need, if I want to make more barbecue, I need mackerel, which is just like the base fish. So I'm going to just quickly try to grab a couple here. Now, there's no guarantee that I get the mackerel, and it's a random amount of time. Oh, we got the mackerel first try, nice. Random amount of time between when I throw the cast and when the fish bites, so this could be very quick, or this could take a long time to stockpile enough mackerel to be able to make all the barbecue that I want to make, but since we're otherwise just slowly drifting forward here, might as well just get a few casts in. And it looks like with the tide going that way, we're actually getting pushed kind of diagonally. So we may not even have to turn the raft, which would be nice. I think we'll just go past the island maybe. But we are in a good position to drop our anchor now, so gonna go ahead and get this last fish, hopefully any second now. There we go, another mackerel, nice. And then we'll just drop our anchor right here. I believe this juice is done now, so we'll stash that juice. And then let's go ahead and I guess we could cook that stuff, but I'll just stash it for now. And then let's get another juice and another barbecue going. So that's cooking while we're away. So there is the recipe, the raw meat, the raw drumstick, the raw mackerel, and the cave mushroom to make barbecue. We cook it, and then we use the planks as fuel. And then why don't we get another mango nana going real quick too. This is all stuff we should be doing as we're sailing. Since we're not moving, we're not collecting items, so it's a little inefficient to just be sitting here doing this stuff, but want to get this going so that while I'm harvesting this reef, it's cooking, and then it'll be done by the time we get back. So let's load that up. Let's start cooking. And then we'll just do a quick little trip here for scrap. I'm hoping this hook has enough durability on it to get what I need. I forgot to keep checking the sand, but that probably should have been changed over a while ago. But anyway, we'll get some more cooking. And we'll jump down here. Hope that the shark is far away, which looks like he is probably far enough away to get this reef without him coming to bother us. I'll still try to stay a little bit away. I'll grab more sand, because I used up a lot of my class making that honey. I'm pretty good on clay. You know, I need 1 clay per barbecue that I make, essentially, to make the clay bowl to get it out of the cooking pot. And I think I have, what, like 80 maybe clay or so, 60, 80, 100 clay, something like that. It's probably more than enough food than I need for the rest of this playthrough, but grab a little bit of it if it's right in my face, just because why not? I'm mostly looking for scrap here. A little bit of metal, too, is always good, just because it's hard to find otherwise. Grab sand. If we get like another stack or 2 of sand, that would be fine with me, because we are going to need a lot of sand for biofuel, for making the honey to make the biofuel. So that's always good to have. Scrap is good. Again, I'll want more copper too, because I'm about to use a bunch in these recipes. And I do want to make, again, another set of advanced batteries. So I'll need at least 20-something copper, so I will want to start stockpiling that now. It's one of those things several times throughout this playthrough, if you've been watching along at all. I will forego gathering certain items, and I'll say, I don't need them right now, but long term I will need a lot of them. And then when I get to that point later in the game, I'll probably wish that I had harvested all of this, but to save time, I'm not going to do it now. And this is one of those times where later in the playthrough, I wish that I had been harvesting all the copper. I've probably skipped gathering hundreds of copper at this point, to be honest. But I think it's fine. It saved time to actually get me to this point quicker. And I really wouldn't have even had anywhere to put it. Unless I made more storage, if I'd gathered it all the first time that I saw it. So, since we're stopping off now for scrap anyway, we'll just grab this copper and hope that it's enough, so that we don't have to make any specific trips for copper later, but we could always do that. Just sail around to Trading Post Islands, using the engines to get there quickly, and then exploring the large reefs they usually have there for lots of copper, while just stopping off at any little islands like this along the way, like we're doing now. I want this scrap, but okay. Can't harvest it if I'm not underwater, and with the water going up and down like that, like it's doing here, it can lift your head up out of the water before you finish harvesting, which is a little annoying, but okay, I think there was just this little section of reef here That was kind of close to the shark, so I was saving this for last. I think I already went through this part of it. There's a metal there we can grab. Okay, and that should be good. A little extra scrap. It's, you know, not getting a lot per island, but it is piling up, accumulating as we do this. So let's get back on the raft. Let's just quickly empty out these nets so that I don't have to come back and harvest them for a while. There we go. And let's start heading to the trading post island again. Alrighty, so anchor comes up. Actually probably going to have to turn the wheel here, yes, because we are like colliding with the island, or at least about to. So turn just enough to get free. And then we're pretty close to that island, so I'm just going to turn the engines on here just to push us forward a little bit so that we can turn the wheel again. Assuming that the sand is done, so let's get... Oh, ran out of planks, so that is not done, but we'll load that back up. Looks like our juice and our food are done. Now, we're a little bit past the island, so let's turn back to the trading post island, the green dot right there, so we're lined up perfectly. And then we'll cut the power to save the biofuel and just drift straight into the trading post island. So let's stash all of our stuff here. Jeez, I need to make some more storage chests, to be honest with you. So these are all getting full. I guess I could put some feathers in here in the meantime. I don't really need that many feathers. Can use them for arrows and stuff, so I guess they are worth hanging on to, but let's just keep stashing everything. Let's grab our glass, put our sand away. Let's actually get some of it back out to make more glass. Keep that glass going. Store all these extra planks and plastic. Now, coming up upon this trading post island very quickly. Let me see. I'll need scrap and rope. So rope, scrap, hinge. Excuse me, where did the hinges go? Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. Okay. 1, 2, just make 2 more for now. So I don't actually have anywhere to put them unless I build another wall, which I can do, like so. And then again, I'm probably going to move all of this again, but just for now. Looks like I need more space for these 3 items, so that's what I'll do. Now, where's that trading post island? I'm surprised I don't see it yet. I guess it's still a little bit away. Yeah, at least we're heading towards it. So, that's good. Stay on top of my thirst. Stay on top of my hunger. And then the food is done, and the drink is done. So let's grab our juice, let's grab our barbecue, stash that for later. And let's see about cooking another. So 1 mackerel, 1 cave mushroom, 1 raw drumstick, and 1 meat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let me go ahead and cook. Let me hope there's enough planks on there to finish. Wait a minute. I'm so very confused. Did I not put these 2 items on? I may have messed up there. I thought I put them down, but I'm like trying to do 10 things at once and not paying as much attention as I should, so may have just wasted some food there, but we'll see what recipe we get at the end. And then let's come over here, and then let's actually pay attention. Put the bucket of milk, the mango, and 2 bananas. And get that going. Battery still with a lot of power left in it. Okay, and there's the... Whoa. This is the trading post island. That looks crazy. Let's get some more sand cooking. Throw that 4 in. Clears up an inventory spot in the sand chest. Stash that glass, which is starting to pile back up. Drink here. Refill our water. Hunger looks good. Oh, this looks like an ice biome. Trading post. Okay. So let's get right up against that ice sheet. Now, I don't know exactly what we're going to find here because this is like a new biome of island. Like when we found the desert biome islands when we were on like the caravan town section of the game and the big redwood tree biome when we were on the Balboa Island section. So there might be some unique stuff here. I'm just going to keep going. I can go ahead and run aground on the shore because we're going to have to use the engines to get out of here anyway. So get as close, as close as possible so that I don't have to swim too far. Get a few more cubes cooking while we're gone. And then we'll grab our cubes and our... Oh, not our coins. Well, we will grab our coins, but we'll grab our fish that we're going to trade for more coins. Just do a couple casts here as we totally approach. That looks like a polar bear there. So we're going to have to fight that. Get a tilapia is a good source of food. Again, the tide pushing us this way, while the sail pushes us this way, so we're kind of coming diagonally. If we could just get that corner to just about touch so that we could just hop over there, I think that would be fine. I don't want to get stuck and have it turn the whole raft, though, so I need to actually quickly grab that last fish, which is a mackerel, which is what we needed, so that's awesome. And then drop the anchor. You know what? This is pretty inefficient here, since I'm not moving, but I'm just going to burn through the last couple charges of this fishing rod real quick. Can I gather items from here while I'm fishing? Looks like I can. I don't know how far away I can go before the line snaps, but there's like only 2 or 3 charges left in this fishing rod, so I might as well just break this fishing rod so I can save an inventory space. Come on. Come on, fish. There we go. Ooh, I got a lucky cat. That's lucky. And then this is the last cast here, so we'll just do this real quick. Get what we get, and then don't have to worry about stashing the rod anywhere. Come on, bite. There we go. Another mackerel. Perfect. And then we'll just load all this stuff up before we go to the island, so that it's doing stuff while we are away. Yeah, see, I forgot to put some of the items in there, so I did waste, I believe, a mackerel too, which is kind of a bummer in cooking this one, so that stinks. But, oh well. So, pick up the leftovers, we'll just eat them. They don't really do anything as far as restoring our hunger. A very small portion of hunger that gets restored. Drumstick, cave mushroom. Good, yes, all 4 items, yes. Okay, start cooking. That'll do its thing. I'm just going to make 1 more mango nana away, just so all this stuff is cooking while we're exploring the island. 2 bananas, 1 mango, our bucket of milk is up top. Sand is ready. And then we'll just stash the rest, like so. Grab our bucket of milk. And bucket of milk goes there, mango goes there. 2 bananas, 1 and 2, and then there's 1 in there already done. So we'll grab that, and then we'll start cooking again. And then just finish clearing out our inventory. Like so. This fish can all go ahead and get cooked. I guess I'll throw it on here and see if I could just finish using up the planks that are in there. Since if I were to pick it up, I would lose all the planks anyway. We got our lucky cat here. Let's just put him there. Hopefully he's not in the way. And I think we're good. I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Let's bring the metal detector and a shovel. See if we can't find a catch for some extra titanium. Alright, so let's go explore this island. Hop up here, I hope. Yep, good. Big sheet of ice. I know I saw that polar bear over there. It kind of scares me. I will try to take him out. It's kind of cuter than the grizzly bears for some reason. Okay, I lied. He's actually much more horrifying. I felt bad about shooting him at first, but not after he's doing... Whoa. Doing these big lunging attacks. Oof. Burning through a lot of durability with that, but okay. He's done. We need the leather, we need the meat is the main thing. There was that one arrow that I missed. I wanted to pick it back up. There it is. And I don't know if you can tell, but when I stop, like I'm not touching the keyboard right now and I'm still sliding. It's like your momentum kind of stays on the ice. I wonder if I keep going in the same direction, if it actually makes me faster. But when I let go, you keep sliding a little bit, so that's interesting. Hunger and thirst getting pretty low, actually, so I want to be a little quick here. Not seeing anything on the metal detector as of yet. I wonder if I can cut these trees down. These ones seem too large. Yes, but I did find a random crate with a whole bunch of cool stuff in it. That's cool. And now, okay, yeah, there's the trading post. I was just assuming that there was a trading post island, or trading post here on this island, because it was a green dot, but I'm like, maybe these biomes don't have trading posts. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Scrap, awesome. We don't have to stop at islands, plastic, food. It's filling up my inventory, unfortunately, but a lot of useful stuff there. A whole metal spear, you know what? Let's just grab the fresh one. Rope and nails we're not too crazy about. Now once I trade at the trading post and clear those 5 fish out of my inventory, I'll have some more space. That's a stone arrow, I don't care about that. That's rope, I don't care about that. Leftovers, just gonna eat like immediately. Just for the little bit that it gives me. And then here we go with the metal detector. Looks like, huh. Is it this way? No, I guess it must be over here then. Yep, getting closer. Is it up here? That'd be weird. Must be down. Oh? No, it must be literally right over here. Yep. Okay. So go ahead and dig right here. Not gonna have any inventory space for this. Let's see what's worth dropping. I don't need that recipe. I can drink this right now. Guess I'll save the other one. And let's see. Okay, we're actually able to pick everything up, which is cool. We only get 1 titanium. But it's 1 more titanium than we had. And then, I don't know if there could be... Oh, there could be a second one here, so... Whoa. Bear's back. Couple more shots. 1 more. Alright, cool. So I'll go ahead and loot. God, it's doing that thing again where you have to get just the right spot to be able to loot. Alright, there we go. So got all his stuff. It's coconut. It's just taking up space. Just eat that. A lot of this stuff, honestly, just taking up space for no reason. But, more stuff here. Eat the potato. You know what? Let me do... Real quick. I'm going to sell all these fish. And that's going to clear up quite a few inventory spaces, I believe. Not as many as I thought because I'm getting trade coins in multiple stacks, but we want all the titanium ore. That's the main thing we're here for, so let me grab that. And then, okay, got some more inventory spaces, so let's see about picking up this stuff. Oh, there's an... Oh, yeah. Metal ore I'll take, vine goo I'll take. And then before that bear distracted me, I was looking for this other metal catch. This way? Yes. Yes, getting close. There we go. Alright, let's dig again. Okay, that looks like... Oh, I think it's a tiki piece, so... I already have 1. Yeah, it's a tiki piece. I think it's just a cosmetic item you can put on your raft. Oh, there's another one. That's cool. Most of the islands I've come up to so far, there's only been one. Or maybe I just haven't been looking well enough, but finding 3 of them on one island is pretty cool. We're really hoping for the titanium more than anything, but, you know, there's some unique items too, like those tiki pieces. I guess this way? Yeah. Which I think we can build a tiki statue with. Doesn't do anything, it's just cosmetic, but I guess it's cool. And other resources. This looks like junk. Oh yeah, whole bunch of junk just clogging up my inventory. I guess that's it. There could be another one that's farther away and it's just not lighting up the metal detector because I'm too far away, but I think that's probably it. Okay, and so we got our titanium up to 16 pieces, which is good. Grab the plastic as well. Now, the other things that I haven't gotten here yet, there are a few. So, I don't have a fridge, but I don't really need one. It's just for food storage, I guess. This detail plank is a blueprint that I don't have. I'm going to go ahead and get that, just because I don't have it yet. And then I can drop the blueprint to clear inventory space. Now for tier 2 stuff, I've gotten all the advanced crop plots. There's just these cosmetic items, which I don't need. I can't even see them. If I were playing with other people, they'd be able to see it equipped on me, but I'm not. There's a honk horn just to make some sounds. Oh, that's kind of cool. A foundation counter will keep track of the size of my raft, so I know how many engines I need. I'm always going to run 6 engines anyway, so it's kind of unnecessary. Fun game to play with a friend would be cool if there was anyone else playing this world with me, but there is not, so I don't need it in this world. I think I'll just grab the foundation counter, because it's a unique item that I don't have yet, as well as the compass I already bought. The air horn just makes a sound. I don't need that. Now this turmeric and chili, I can buy and use that to craft some like special buff food, which could be useful. I'm gonna buy this wardrobe first though. Lets me change the color of my clothes, which again, unnecessary because no one can even see it, but it's just a unique item that I don't have, so I'm gonna get it. Trading post cassette. Viking horn makes a noise. Surfboard is just a cosmetic. These drawbridges are kind of useful, so you can walk up in the air between things. I wonder, does the fishing hat... Let me look up real quick. If it's just purely cosmetic. Or... Yeah, it's just a head decoration with no effects. I was wondering if it maybe had lures in it, and then I wouldn't have to keep buying lures, but... or bait. I already have 20 bait, so I think I'm good on that. I kind of need more trash cubes. I may need more scarecrows in the future, but I think I'm good for now. These cosmetics are cool, but again, nobody can even see me wearing them, so I might as well save the resources. I would like the cassette just to have all of the cassettes, as well as the surfboard. You know what, I can buy the surfboard now, so I will. And then the only other thing would be if I wanted to buy like resources, especially cave mushrooms, to make that barbecue, and then this, the chili and the turmeric to make the really good crafting recipes, the food recipes, excuse me. Like this one increases your breath, this one makes your health bar longer, makes you run faster, swim faster. Like those are really good, and I think some of them take the chili and turmeric, so I may want to stockpile some of that. But get rid of those 3 stones. They're probably the least valuable thing to pick up the surfboard. But that's all I can do right now. I don't have any more cubes, so I'm gonna need to keep the whole trash cubes process going. Every time I feel like I have a lot of them, I just seem to spend so many. But let's head back to the raft. Store all this stuff. We got more titanium that we need to make more batteries and such, so that's good. Check the metal detector too. Yeah, I think we got all the catches here. So we only got 1 extra titanium, but did find some catches. We got our tiki piece. which honestly is just taking up space for now, but I could have brought those 3 stones back by stacking those coins. Not that I really care about 3 stones, but just always feel bad leaving resources on the ground. I'd rather hoard them all just in case I need a bunch of them for projects later. But that was pretty cool. Cool that it was a frost biome, whatever you call it, ice biome, snow biome that I hadn't seen yet. So let's quickly just get back out on the open water and then I'll stash all of this stuff. So let's see where we want to go. So I want to go probably to that other trading post island. Get this seal real quick. Good, I can loot them after. Now, yeah, the tide's going this way though, so in order to go to that trading post island, I would have to use the engines to go against the tide. So I'm actually just going to keep going this way. Let's raise our anchor. And I'll see if I can waste all my drumsticks. I'll see if I can just come upon another trading post island naturally by going in this direction. Jeez. There we go. Perfect with the tide, just gonna barely slip past that ice there. Okay, of course it looks like I'm going into other ice, so just turn the engines on, skirt out this way. Let's see. This is where trade coins and trash cubes go. Gonna need more chests, just in general. Oops, hunger's getting low. So I'm moving very slowly here. Let's eat something quickly before that becomes a bigger problem. Let's see about making another storage. Just need 2 rope. There we go. That one can go there. This one's gonna get random, just really random stuff until I have somewhere to put it. Bear head would go in this one with all the other heads. Unfortunately, it's full. Then we take the dirt out. And dirt can go, should go in this chest, honestly, so that's where it'll go. And then quickly, just go like this, stash everything that we can. Very nice. Tiki head goes in there as well. Now let's see, we should be, yep, we're out past the ice now. So why don't we just sail, I guess we could just keep going this way, and we'll hope that another trading post island spawns soon. And then, yeah, we're going away from the story island, so if we get far enough away, it will respawn somewhere in front of us, or somewhere to the sides or whatever, but that one will essentially despawn, and then a new one will respawn, so we'll just keep going this way until that happens, and then we'll make our way over to the new spawn of the story island. Stash our food, we'll stash our items. Getting low durability on some of this stuff, so I'll need more eventually. Store our meats. We can go ahead and make one more barbecue, like so, and get our clay bowl for the one that's in there. Let's get our planks out. Alright, let's be careful again this time. Do 1 raw mackerel, 1 drumstick, 1 raw meat, and 1 cave mushroom, like so. Start cooking. Gonna need to load it up with planks. And then the juice is ready as well. So let's grab the juice, store that. Oh, they only stacked to 5, so I guess I'll just leave it at 5 for now. That tilapia did finish cooking. There's still a plank in there. I was just trying to cook it to burn through the planks, because if I pick that up, then I lose whatever planks are in it. So just to be extra efficient and not waste a couple planks, as if I don't have like almost 3 chests just full of planks. That's why I was doing it that way, but we'll turn that off because we forgot to turn the receiver off. Let's harvest this wool. I need a lot more trash cubes if I'm going to do any more trading. Certainly for the titanium, I will need more, so let's stay on top of our wool gathering and keep throwing it in to make more cubes. And then, I guess I might as well grab the eggs while I'm standing here. A pretty big reserve of eggs built up to the point where I don't even really need any of the fruits for making biofuel, I could just keep using eggs. But once I get that advanced biofuel processor, I may start to run out of eggs as I make more biofuel out of them. But for now, we have plenty. We'll just keep stashing them. Keep sailing away this way. We've got our drumsticks here. Feathers just get dumped in like so, just to be doing something with them. Now, again, I could be making more biofuel like all the time. I just keep not wanting to come all the way back here, but there's enough in there to make one more biofuel each, so I'll grab those two, put them away. We'll need to keep refilling biofuel every time I turn the engines on. There's another little island here I could grab some scrap at, potentially. I'm doing okay on scrap. I know I will need more. I'm wondering if it's worth stopping off here. I'd have to change direction. Oh, why don't we just do a quick stop off? So, getting pretty good seagull spawns here. So keep stocking up on the drumsticks. We've got new cubes there. We're pretty close, so let's just go ahead and cut right over. Kind of want to get that crate there. So, like that to get us a little closer, and then change direction so we could hopefully get most of those old items that spawned. And then we could probably just keep going this way more or less. Actually, I guess we do want to be going 90 degrees with the tide at worst, like this, because if it's pushing us back at all, then we're moving very slowly. So I actually want to be like a little bit more this way. Turn the engines off. That's close enough to where I can swim. I'll drop the anchor. Store this stuff. Grab our glass. That's enough for now. You know, why don't I do... Actually, why don't I get the titanium going? Because that's going to take a long time. So load that up. And we'll just do a quick little scrap trip here. Just think if there's anything else I need to do before I go. I don't think so. So let's go grab this scrap. Actually, probably need a new hook before I do. Gonna need one eventually anyway, so let's see in here. Hook, rope, plank, bolt. There is a bolt. There's rope. There's planks. In this chest is the rest. There we go. Put our planks away, put our rope away. And we have a new hook for when that other one breaks. So let's go again. Let's hope the shark is at the far side of the raft. He is, so he's not going to chase us. Looks like there's no reef on this side anyway. Which is kind of surprising. This is a very... Wow. Very strange island that just stands alone like that. Comes straight up out of the water. You'd think there'd be a more gentle slope, but... No reef here, so I'm assuming there's a reef on the other side. Maybe one of those long and shallow reefs. Well, we'll see. Could also just be a tiny one, or none, I guess, but I would think there would be one. Ah, yes, see, it is one of those long and shallow ones, so usually there's a lot of items in here. Going for copper, going for metal, and going for scrap. Those are the main things. I think I'm pretty good on everything else. Seaweed, I guess, is worth stocking up on too, because at this point I should be making flippers to really speed up all of this reefing, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, this is going to be a lot of scrap in here. This is awesome. Should hold me over for quite a while. Do this, grab that, go up for air. Oh gosh. Drowning already. Yeah, this reef in particular, the flippers and the oxygen bottle definitely help because it is a little bit deeper than a lot of the other ones, so... Lots of scrap, lots of metal. Getting to that point again, too, where I'm going to start ignoring some of this stuff, even though I know I'm going to need it later. Hook breaks. I should get the new hook on and then keep gathering. So really, I should just gather it all every time I see it. I just don't want to, like, bog down the recordings with, like, too much unnecessary harvesting at a time. Although, if I were to do that, then I could have other recordings later that are just exciting stuff. Instead of spreading out the harvesting over time, I could condense the harvesting into sections that nobody will watch, and then have the other more exciting sections where there's a lot of stuff getting done that still nobody will watch, but at least there'll be some more exciting recordings. But as it stands, I'm just kind of gathering what I need as I get the opportunity to do so. So for right now, that is scrap. And then, I mean, the sand is literally right here, so I'm not going to not grab it. But I'm not going to go out of my way for sand and clay at the moment. And I'm probably going to stop going out of my way for metal as well, which I will probably regret, because you need just like a ton of metal to make just about anything. But as I said, I don't want there to be too many just long harvesting sections, so I will go out of my way for all this scrap, though, getting a very good amount from this reef. Some more sand, a little bit more clay, why not, because we use some to make bowls, to make our barbecue. Here's copper. I need a lot of copper, actually. I think I noticed back on the raft I only have like 1 stack of uncooked copper and like less than 1 stack of cooked copper. Only a few cooked copper, actually, I think, after I made all that stuff. And I am going to need more for the wind turbine and all that. So, definitely want copper. Still want scrap. Getting to be pretty good on sand and clay. More copper, good. Pretty densely packed reef here. Lots and lots of resources, so that's good. Still got some more on this side, and then there's a whole other little ledge on the other side too, so gather this. Seaweed, more metal. Which again, I'm like running out of space for it. I know I'm going to need it long term, so I might as well just grab it, but it's getting to the point where I have so much metal stockpiled that I could just speed things up by not gathering it all every time I see it. Wasn't paying attention to oxygen there, so I need to go back up. Go back down. Grab the seaweed. Grab the copper. More scrap. It's a good reef. Very good reef. It's taking a long time, but there's a lot of stuff, so it's worth it. I think I've gotten more scrap on this one reef already than like 4 of the previous islands combined, probably. I need to go up for air. So my hunger and thirst are getting a little low. Thankfully, I brought stuff with me. So let's drink while we're underwater, holding our breath, which seems hard to do, but apparently we have that skill. And then we can go back down for metal. And scrap, and a little more copper. Awesome. Yeah, not as much copper as I was hoping for, but 12 copper so far is pretty good. Just wish we had gotten like as much as we had gotten metal. Which is funny, because on the earlier islands, all I wanted was metal, and all I was finding was copper. And I was just not mining the copper. And now we're at the point where we need copper and we can't find it. So that's the way it goes sometimes, but there's probably some stuff I've missed you may have seen on screen where I'm just not seeing it, which is probably pretty frustrating when I'm complaining about not finding enough copper, and then I'm like swimming right by copper that is easy to see and I'm just not seeing it. But I think we did pretty good in this reef. I could scour it for every last little bit of what I need, but I think this is plenty for now. So let's just head back to the raft. Got 38 scraps. That's an awesome, awesome island for scrap. A decent amount of copper and a nice amount of metal. I'm going to go ahead and grab the mangoes, because I do need those to make my mango juice. I won't bother with the rest. I have plenty of planks, and I do have seeds if I ever need to grow more trees, so just head right back to the raft here. Alrighty. Whoops. There we go. Alright, so let's immediately start sailing away. Raise our anchor. And we're heading this way, which is good. And we are hoping that a new trading post island spawns somewhere for more metal. Or titanium, excuse me. To that end, gonna want to quickly harvest all of the llamas for their wool so we can keep getting trash cubes to trade. Those advanced batteries are already coming in clutch too. I feel like I would have had to have replaced them a couple times by now, but as it stands, they still have full charge. So hopefully I can get that wind turbine built before I need to recharge those batteries. Looks like I didn't quite have those full-on planks, so that's not quite done. That titanium, but take that out and get some new titanium cooking. Titanium reserves getting up there with 15. Definitely need more copper. Well, we have a decent amount of copper to smelt at least, so that's good. Gonna need... Yeah, I have so much metal though. These can come out so that seaweed can go in. I have a decent amount of seaweed piling up, but it takes a lot to make the flippers and everything. So I will need more of them still. Probably need some more trade coins too, so I will have to do a little bit of fishing, and I will also want to stockpile the mackerel so that I can cook more barbecue as needed. But for now, we'll stash all of that stuff. I believe, yeah, the food is done. And again, it only stacks to 5. That I didn't even make. So we're at 5. I'll make more later, but at least I have a full stack stockpiled. Let's get these titanium ingots out. Let's get new titanium going. Stash that. Now it looks like the scrap chest, yeah, it's full. So I think what I'm actually going to do is move all of the seaweed somewhere else. Probably... guess it can go in this one. Maybe this rope can go somewhere else. Oh yeah, actually I should have put it in this one. Because that one was already empty, but as it stands, we'll keep using that for that. Just, it's like overflow storage at this point. I have so much of all that stuff. Alright, metal's cooking. We have a good stockpile of food. Everything back here is just in good shape. Might as well grab the biofuel and refill this tank. And then refill the biofuel refiners here. They're very slow. Once I get the advanced refiners, you can load a lot more into them, so you can just load them up and then forget about them, and they'll make a lot more biofuel before you have to actually go and do anything with them. But for now, we'll get those cooking. And I think the animals are in good shape. We just did a shear. The batteries are all fine. It will need to be recharged soon at the wind turbine, which I need to build. Hello. See, it doesn't let me pick them up sometimes. It's weird. I have to have kind of the right angle. Yeah, so I'll need to make a whole second set of batteries and the wind turbine. So that's going to take, 8, I think? Because battery there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's going to take 8 batteries to have 2 full sets, which is going to take 32 titanium ingots, plus what I need for the charger itself, which is 4. So I was at 36 titanium. I have 17, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So if I could find one more trading post island, I'll have enough titanium to at least do that. And I'll still want to keep stockpiling titanium because I'll need it for lots of other things. But that would be enough to at least finish out this project. But the batteries are okay. None of them are dead yet anyway. They're probably right at about half. So what I'm going to do is leave it here for now. I don't want this one recording to get too long. I was kind of hoping to get everything done in this one section, and then we'd be able to do Temperance, the next story island, in the next section or 2, because that might actually be a very long story island. But I'm going to split it up into 2 recordings. I don't want to have like one super long recording and that gives me a little bit of time to finish everything that I need to finish here, which at this point is mostly just, you know, kind of stockpiling resources and stuff, which I know is boring. That seagull got scared away. I was hoping to get him. But also to finish building out what I'm going to need to build to make the wind turbine setup, which is actually going to be kind of a big project, so I want to leave enough time for that. These catch nets at some point I'm just going to like leave full because my gosh, do I have a lot of stuff stashed up here. And then if I run out, I don't even know where to put all this stuff. If I run out of something that I need more of, I can just go empty the nets and then, you know, start stockpiling. But I think that is good for now. Get rid of that. Inventory's all clear. We have our food. Metal's cooking. Biofuel's good. Animals are all happy. Looks like they're ready for a shear, so we'll do one more shear real quick. Looks like the sprinkler just went off. Oh, did it get it? It missed this one. That's what I was saying a couple sections ago when I was building this. Oh. Huh, it went off again. It's like a set amount of time that it checks to see if there's a dry spot of grass or not. Oh, why does it keep going? Interesting. I think it takes a battery charge every time it goes. Anyway, so it would be good if it like checked once and got all the grass in one sprinkle, if that's how it works. Otherwise, it may miss a grass, and then the grass is on like a different cycle, which means the llama eats at a different time, which means the wool regrows at a different time, and then I have to do like multiple shearings to clear them all out instead of just doing all 6 at once is a lot more efficient. But anyway, stockpiling trash cubes, gonna have to fish for more trading coins to trade for more titanium. New trading post island spawned over there, so that's where we'll head to do that. I guess we'll get 15 titanium from that, maybe more for metal detecting, and that should be enough to finish all of the projects. If not enough for the rest of the game, it'll at least be enough to get us through what we need to do in the short term, so that'll be the goal for next time, but that's going to be all for now. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good one. Peace.